Tony D and Little Joan with a screenwriter's rant on I Used to Be Famous about an ex-member of a boy band who has to deal with real life and makes friends with an autistic kid. That's not him. This is it. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books. The links are in the description. Comedy Horror in South Jersey. It's, of course, the Pineys. Now, yeah, I mean, this is a kind of movie they used to make all the time. Is it woke? Meh, kinda, but not really. You know, it's just he's the ex-boy band guy. He's kind of a narcissist. He meets this kid who's very talented, but he's autistic, and then they end up playing for a crowd, and they love it. Like, nobody will listen to his music, his solo music, until this kid's involved. But he's autistic, so there's all these problems, and they make friends, and he's trying to use them to relaunch his career. And, you know, the mother realizes, hey, you're using my kid. But he's also his friend, and so then he has to make a choice later. His ex-boy band, you know, hears about the work he's doing. And then they offer him, oh, well, come back on tour with me. And leave your little friend behind, and we'll make money. So then he has to choose between his friendship and the music industry. And I'll give you one guess which one he chooses. But it's a nice movie. I mean, I like the message. I used to be famous. By the way, it sucks to be famous and then not famous again, if you know what I mean. If you're not rich after you've been famous, like if you have to choose between being rich or famous, definitely pick rich. Because nothing's worse than being famous and not rich. Because everybody assumes you are. And what little fame I have, people think I'm a millionaire. They do. They think I'm rich. And I'm just like, I'm not rich, dude. Anyhow, September 16th, it didn't look bad. I mean, the leads look good. The autistic kid's not overdoing it. I don't know if he's actually autistic. Do they actually hire an autistic kid to play this part, Hollywood? Isn't that the rule? Anyhow, I guess it's autism. I'm not sure. But, of course, you know, there's some guy in the crowd who says, what's wrong with you, kid? Like that would ever happen in a million years. Look, people are jerks, but they're not that direct about it. They're like jerks where they make themselves look good somehow, or try to. They don't just, you know, step out there and start being a jerk because, hey, I'm a jerk. I got to be a jerk to this kid. So, I mean, it looks fine. You know, because it has to do with fame and what's better, fame or friendship kind of thing. And, you know, the kid's torn. Was the guy really my friend, or did he just do this to get back in the life, as it were? So, yeah, in the end, something happens where he chooses his friendship over the kid. He either doesn't sign the contract or, you know, he tells the guy to F off or whatever. Yeah, it looks fine. Let's see what it says in the write-up. Calm down. Vince, Ed Screen? Is that his name? Scaring? Used to be in the hottest boy band around. Now he's alone and desperate. An impromptu jam with Stevie, Leo Long, an autistic drummer with an incredible gift for rhythm, sparks an unexpected friendship. Together they form a unique bond through the power of music. Yeah, but it's really about Vince going through this transformation where he's still, you know, in the beginning. Let's do the breakdown. So the first act. What? I'm trying to break down this movie. All right, I've been waiting. Here, there you go. All right, happy. So Vince is, you know, not famous anymore. He was in the boy band. For whatever reason, he's down on his luck. He's desperately trying to get his solo work off the ground. Maybe he was arrogant or whatever. And it's just not working. It's just not working. He tries everything. He's got an album. He's borrowed every dollar he could. He's run out the clock on what little fame he had. What do you got on you? What the hell did you roll in? Oh, Jesus. Hold on. Jeez, Joan, what is this? Ugh, now I gotta cut that out of you. How did you manage to do that? We're in the house. Anyhow, so he's, it's he wants to be famous again, and he'll do anything. And then he is playing this impromptu thing at a, I don't know, flea market somewhere, and this kid plays with him, and everybody claps, and he's like, "Oh yeah, this kid, this is what I need. This is what I need for my sound, man." So he makes friends with him. Decides, hey, I could use a rhythm guy like this. Doesn't realize maybe he's autistic at first, but then quickly realizes, oh, this kid's kind of off. And then comes up with this plan. Hey, let's maybe they do a recording and everybody hears it or something. Then they do a gig, and at first it's going great, and then some guy in the crowd's like, "Oh, this kid's weird." Oh, and then Vince gets it, jumps up and punches the guy. And for whatever reason, they get press, either because of the music or because it's an autistic kid, probably. And so then the other boy band member, who's now very successful, hears about it, like, "Oh, let's bring back Vince." Yeah, okay. So he makes him the offer, and Vince is like jumping at it, but then, the mother's like, "Oh, you're not his friend. You said you were his friend," and then Vince feels bad, and I don't know. He tries to get the kid on board. It doesn't work. So it's this back and forth, like, is he going to pick, his old fame, or is he going to throw his friend over? So in the end, he picks his friend, and but it works out anyway. They cut an album, it's a big hit, or he gets hired anyway, or they bring the kid on stage and make him part of the band too. I mean, this is a happy ending movie. It's a happy ending. Would I watch it? I don't know. It's maybe. I like the positivity about it. I like that. The performances seem okay. I'm not really down with the. See, the problem is that it's subjective. You can't make a hit. So the problem with portraying a hit single in a movie is you almost can't do that. It's almost impossible. Like, even if you hired, like, the greatest current band, with the possible exception of the Beatles at their peak, when, like, everything they did was a hit, you can't create music that would realistically sound like a hit in the movie. You know what I mean? You end up creating, like, something that kind of sounds like a hit, sorta, and it, like, I never can quite be sold on that kind of thing. Whereas if it's like a scientific discovery, that's much easier, because there's a definitive moment when the science works, right? The light bulb comes on, the mushroom cloud hits, whatever. Like with a song or a piece of art, it's much more subjective. So even if you hire the best artist in the world to create the thing for the movie, it almost never works. I'm trying to think of a movie where they did that and it worked, and I can't really think of one. Maybe one of you out there can think of it. It's always an interesting discussion in the comments these days, by the way. Anyhow, I might watch it. I don't know. I got so many movies I need to watch, and I just never get around to doing it. It's on Netflix. It's free to me. But it seems okay. Seems like a positive movie. I think you could do a lot worse on Netflix. Believe me. Believe me. Seems like a nice, positive message about a guy who picks friendships and picks friendship over fame and helps an autistic kid. I mean, Anyhow, I gotta cut this out of her first, so I'm gonna go. See you in the next one.